Welcome to Restaurant Punk.
Welcome, everyone.
How is everybody?
Good.
Fantastic.
Ooh, we got Nico and Liz on the same video.
Very nice.
I don't think I've ever filmed with you before.
Ooh, this is a first.
It is.
So exciting.
So exciting.
So exciting.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot lately because we have a lot of restaurants coming up and whatnot, and just kind of seeing how we evolved in the past and how we executed at restaurants. And I'm just kind of more curious to see what Liz thinks about this specifically. Okay. But I think, through the first 4 restaurants that we had, we've never had managers. We've never had people in charge ever. We kind of just rolled with the mentality of, if somebody organically just kind of takes charge, people follow them.
Correct.
And then, as we grew and we got managing partners and everybody's running their own place, people are like, I need somebody to manage this place. I need somebody to do this, and putting people into positions. What do you guys think about that? Because I know how I feel about this, but when you open up the restaurants or bars or businesses, do you guys want to hire management, or do you guys just kind of hire the employees and kind of let them go? Because I see TGI Fridays, bar manager, general manager, floor manager, kitchen manager. Then you also have the kitchen chef. You have all these levels. I don't know. What do you guys think?
You're talking about levels though in a corporate structure.
I just use that as an example.
So,
but
I don't think many small mom and pop shops have that many level of management. There are small mom and pop shops that do have like a manager. That's so they can worry about the under stuff and like the little things.
Yeah, but what determines that then? Like, you're talking corporate. What are you talking about? The amount of seats it has, the size of the restaurant? Because some of the restaurants that we have, the numbers that they do, as some people say, are ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to produce out of a small place. How do you do 450 covers out of a 35-seat restaurant?
Well,
does it go off the volume on that point? Like, where do you...
Yeah, but not all managers are created equal, right? Nothing's worse than having a manager for the sake of having a manager and they don't deliver and people don't respect them.
Well,
correct. Yeah. And sometimes with the management title comes the big head, the overpowerment, the control issues, the power trips and all that jazz. So I feel like we really got away from the management because we were started as a small group and everybody knew how we were thinking and how we wanted things to go. Mm-hmm. And that kind of just leaked onto the people, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of understood that. And technically, I guess you could say that everybody should have that mentality working in a field, and corporately structured big ones have so many people working at those establishments that you need a manager per se for each section.
You need a manager, but also too, the more levels, the more managers and assistant managers you have, the more hiding is involved, right?
Correct.
The more people kind of aren't accountable for things.
I found that even at, let's say, George's place on the beachfront, because I was in the kitchen, Yanni was in the kitchen, you were in the kitchen, then you work front of the house, and everybody kind of organically fell into positions. And we're talking about a little 40-seat restaurant on the beach. But
yeah, at the time it wasn't.
At the time, yeah.
But I think it works. So
but
this is a totally different structure that I've ever experienced. I mostly worked corporate.
Yeah.
But I find interesting because you don't have managers currently. But being in courthouse, for example, fascinating. Fascinating to watch. Yanni walk in, George walk in, and suddenly people are busy with doing shit. So if you had one person who everyone feared, okay?
But see, that's the thing. She said feared. Feared.
What's wrong with fear?
I think it was Parks and Recreation. They made a bet. I forget the guy that always fumbles up shit on that episode, but they're like, you think
Chris Pratt's character, you mean?
No. Okay. I forget. But they're like, do you want to lead with fear or do you want to lead with respect? And what kind of outcome do you get out of leading each way? Like, I'm not a person. I've been a chef in Philly. I've owned my own restaurant down here. I've never ran the kitchen led by fear. I've always led by respect. My chef that I worked under prior to that led by fear. I was scared shitless of him.
But there's a way to do it where you have both. Okay. Okay, not that I'm patting myself on the back or whatever. I'm just saying I lead by fear and respect.
I'm a little
so
afraid
you can
of
balance two. You can balance the both. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you got to be open to people's opinions. You got to be fair, and that's where you get the respect from.
I feel like the fear that I want to get out of people is the fear of them letting me down, not the fear of me walking into the room.
Well,
Yeah, but just to say something, a lot of people listen to leaders that are feared, but they don't have respect for them really because they're assholes. They don't really feel like they care, as opposed to having somebody that has a respectful leader that will fear if they screw up because they want their respect and approval.
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm not saying fear as far as, okay, fear me or else deal with the repercussions, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of, like you said, being disappointed. So when I lead, I have people, they want to do a good job. They don't want to let me down. They want to up their game. That's the fear. Yeah, it's not a fear as far as I'm going to punish you.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the
All
difference.
right. At least we're defining the line of the fear because I agree with that 100%.
Because I've worked with people and I told them, you need to step up your game.
Well, that's facts, though. That's
Right.
truth.
Yeah. But people, I mean, I don't try to have them fear me. It's just the way it works out.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just what I'm told. Men and women alike, not just women, men.
I 100% agree with that. Yes.
So, fear is a choice. If you want to fear me, that's fine. Doesn't upset me. But shit gets done.
Yeah. As long as shit gets done and everybody is happy. Yes.
But you can't appease everyone.
No.
You can't appease everyone.
You can't appease
But the ones
No.
that you can't appease, you just let go.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
just-
not
I'm
about
just kidding,
appeasing
no.
everyone. You know what? One thing you have to instill in your staff is everyone needs to come together and do what's best for the greater good. At
Yes.
the end of the day, see, a lot of people who lead by fear, they want what's best for them. They want the things that are going to help bolster up their ego. I don't lead with
They
ego.
want that gratification.
I want what's good for the group.
The team
Yes.
effort,
Correct.
the long run.
But at the same token, some people only know fear, but benefit the group or benefit their surroundings or benefit their people because that's just how they were raised. Yanni, for instance, in the beginning was very fearful. We all feared him. He came in, don't talk to me. If I got my hat on, stupid shit. Where's my coffee? Type of mentality. But he was always
I like how you said,
always
where's my
about
coffee?
He's
type of
never been
mentality.
selfish a day in his life. So it's different to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely the one thing.
But
Yanni was feared. I agree with you, but he was respected at the same time.
Yes, but I also remember back in the early days being afraid, not wanting to go to work half the time because of that reason. Like, is he going to be up today? Is he going to be wearing a hat? Is he in a good mood? Is he in a bad mood?
Does a hat mean something? What,
Yeah, back in the day, if Yanni wore a hat when he walked in, don't talk to him.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
he just, whatever happened that day.
Is that in the
night
handbook?
before-
I'm just curious.
What's that? In the
that
handbook?
in the
It was in the unwritten Bible of
Page 54.
working at George's pre anything else.
Correct. And, I just remember those days like getting nervous. And that's the fear that, I wanted to do the best to get his approval, but it was in a negative way almost, not like
Yes.
I want to benefit things. And his mind was probably like, you're going to fear me because you're going to do everything I say, whether I care about you or not, because you're going to fear me. And it's kind of like exactly what it was, but I know that he's not selfish.
Well,
it's just who he was.
There was this one point back in the day, I'll never forget this, that Yanni kind of hired a manager, a fake one, and wasn't really manager, but he was told he was partner in
Wait,
the
was
restaurant.
he aware that he was a fake manager?
He was.
Okay.
And you could see the mentality change quickly, drastically. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Refresh my memory.
It was
please.
Costa. He worked with us.
Oh,
and
sake.
I think it was interesting because I remember when he got into that position, he was a whole different person, but he was very, army,
He was a
everybody in line.
Nazi. He was a Nazi. Okay. He had that power trip we're talking about. He had that fear.
But that's what happens with a lot of people when you put them
Correct.
in certain positions.
yeah, he would, respectfully do and say some things that were just power tripped.
Yeah.
And it caused,
Problematic.
It caused like the whole thing to collapse.
right.
It's not how it works. You have to lead with respect and have the fear of losing the respect be the priority, in my opinion. And I'm speaking, like I said, for myself, but
Yeah, of course.
I have those beliefs. You know,
But I
so-
think your goal should not primarily to be respect. That's just how it works out. If you're doing it correctly, then that's how it works out. But that shouldn't be your goal, because your
Yeah.
goal is the end game. Your goal is a greater good of the group and the company, period. And when people see that consistently, and it's not about you and it's not about your ego, then they respect you. Because they know, because I've made choices that were not good for me, but it was good for the group. And when people see that, like if you're being unselfish and you do what's best for everyone else, that gains respect from people.
Interesting.
I agree with that, but
Yeah.
a lot of places you don't even see the owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard for anybody to give a respect of seeing how they are without just automatically respecting them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? And if ever there was one time the owner came in and was just like absolutely crazy, then you wouldn't give him that kind of respect that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the one thing I like about this group, because most of the owners, I should say all of the owners, are hands-on.
We have
They're
to be.
very
We wanna be.
That
daily.
is huge.
It is. And I have a
Employee.
feeling that has to do with a lot of the success with everybody's restaurants and everybody's businesses, because of the fact that there aren't managers, there are managing partners.
Correct.
And there are daily operations there all the time. And they keep an eye on the details, because managers sometimes don't give a crap about the details.
They don't care either. They
But
don't.
owners,
There's not a strong, there's not the
are
incentive.
it's reflection
Like
on them.
Yanni used to say,
personal.
It's not even their money, so they don't.
It's
care.
not even, yeah.
You didn't like your pasta? Why? I don't like it. Okay, I'm comping the whole bill for you, no problem. And that's the kind of mentality a lot of
All right.
managers do have, as opposed to an owner going out there like, well, you don't like it? Why? What do you don't like about it? Oh, it's too peppery. It's ketchup. It's supposed to be. Oh, okay. Let me give you some more cream sauce and we'll take care of it
Yeah.
that way. You know what I mean? Like it's,
I think it's pretty spot on. So if you guys open up 100, just to, wrap this up, if each of you go out and open up a 100-seat restaurant, are you going to have a manager or no?
not in the
It
beginning.
depends. It depends on the person. It depends if let's say you have someone on staff, right? Maybe I don't make them the manager. Maybe I make them the lead,
Well, yeah, that's different from
right?
manager, though.
But
we all have our leads.
so there's certain people that are leaders by nature,
And
okay? And if they can fill that role and not have to fulfill other duties, then people are already going to they're already going to respect them.
Right.
'Cause they have that personality. So
That's
if you
fair
could get away
enough.
with that, it's perfect. Then you don't have to pay salary.
Well, that's what we usually do is just follow the strong ones and go with leads.
so we're never going to hire management for Restaurant Pong. It's just going to be us.
We never have.
All right. I'm good
Sorry,
with
that's our advice.
that. All right. I think I'm
My
good with
managers,
that.
save on salary.
I guess till next time, guys.
Yes.
Till next time.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you for
Pleasure,
joining
guys.
us at Restaurant Punk.
Bye.
Restaurant Punk out.
Bye.
Peace out.